What a week one Monday night game for the Jets and the Bills playing on Monday, September 11th. Can't believe it. Shocker. I'm sure some people were not really surprised, and others, I'm sure, are mind blown away. So let's get it started and talk to you about the Monday night game.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?
Welcome back to Football Barbie, where I talk about anything and everything football, trying to do some recaps and highlights, and yet what is to come. So, going to talk to you about the Monday night game on September 11th for the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. Of course, the schedule makers, obviously had two New York teams playing on a Monday night for football. So, let's get it started. Can you believe? So it is said to be that Aaron Rodgers is possibly going to be out the rest of the season. His career could be done. He only had four snaps in the game, and then he got his ankle hurt. He was running back, trying to get away from an attacker, one of the players, and did some kind of move. The player kind of fell on him some, and then he went out of the game. He did like this move. I thought maybe he was stretching or something, and then goes out of the game. I don't really know what's going to happen. Is he really going to be out? Obviously, we have to still wait and see. He was in air cast or boots for his foot, and the coach is saying that it could be possibly a torn Achilles. So it's really not looking good. I've been waiting all season since Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Jets to see how he was going to play, and the Bills' defense was coming at him strong, and all of a sudden, he just gets hurt. And you never know what exactly is going to happen. It's mind-blowing that this is how football goes. Then you had Breece Hall. He had some really, really good plays. He got like a really good I think, a 25-yard run, and then he got a 40-yard plus play as well. Breece did fantastic the game. I mean, as much as you could. Both defenses were playing extremely well, and there wasn't much you would really say or do about it. Then you had Dalvin Cook. I was excited to see Dalvin play. Obviously, we know he was really good on the Vikings, and then he switches over to the Jets. He did get hurt, had surgery, back to play for week one of the game. By the way, I am wearing a green bikini top here to celebrate the Jets for winning. So I might try to do a little thing that wear a color for the Jets winning type of situation. So crazy. Let's just see and keep it going. Please like, subscribe, and share. I would love that. Comments and likes help out the YouTube algorithm so much. So would greatly appreciate if you guys could do that. So Cook didn't seem like he was getting the ball too much in the beginning for the Jets because they're also his brother, James Cook, plays for the Buffalo Bills. To me, that's crazy. So now you have two brothers playing against each other. It's always fun when it's like that. I mean, how much of a rivalry does that get into? I mean, obviously they're both on offense, but still, your brothers are playing against each other. So he did end up getting some yards, though, for the game. So Mosley also made a really good block against Josh Allen during the game as well. So that was really good. Then just you have the Wilson to Wilson. So once Aaron Rodgers got hurt, Zach Wilson stepped in. Now, apparently they were saying that Zach Wilson was really, obviously on the practice squad. He was trying to play, Josh Allen's position. So he wasn't really apparently learning, the plays, how he, should be learning plays if you're playing a quarterback. He kind of was just thrown into this game. And I was just like, wow. This poor man seems like he's getting thrown into the wolves. Buffalo Bills have an incredible defense. This man doesn't really know his plays, doesn't probably know as much as he should, but, they weren't expecting Aaron Rodgers to get hurt. So what could you possibly do? But the Wilson to Wilson contact was looking great. Zach Wilson kept throwing to Garrett Wilson, and Garrett Wilson kept catching those passes. So Wilson had a phenomenal day for that. Then one of the star players on the Jets tonight, just Whitehead. Let's just go. Last name, Whitehead. Now he has had 3 interceptions in one game. How often does that happen, that 3 interceptions come from one player in a game versus the Buffalo Bills? Josh Allen, I mean, I'm thinking that the Buffalo Bills for sure are going into the playoffs. I think they're getting a wild card spot. You can watch my video if you care to disagree with me. But I'm shocked that it's that crazy. Then you had Alan Lazard had some really good catches too. So Alan Lazard, obviously we know, was on the Packers last season, came over with Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty incredible. He did do this really cool, I don't think I filmed it though, but he did do this really cool like hurdle jump, like a leapfrog jump over Whitehead when he got the ball for the touchdown after the interception. So that was great. It's just, you get mind blown over these type of things. Then you had Garrett Wilson had the amazing catch for the first touchdown of the Jets with less than 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. So the Jets they were trailing 13-3, like almost the entire game for quite some time. Um, and then all of a sudden, Garrett Wilson gets this catch with less than 5 minutes in the fourth quarter for the first touchdown of the game for the Jets. Yeah, I mean, that's wild. You got all the way to the fourth quarter to get that back, and all of a sudden it's a comeback. And this is why when I watch football games, I really try to not stress out until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is when I start screaming and cussing like a sailor at the television because first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, you know what I mean? Even if you're trailing far behind, look at the game that happened from, what was it, the Vikings last season where they came back from a 33-0 and won the game. Amazing. Stuff like that, it's just super crazy. Then you also had Clemens, who recovered a fumble from Josh Allen, which basically almost caused like a little scuffle. They called it like a brawl. I don't know if there was some shit talking or what was going on, but I was like, wait, what is happening? Why are we fighting? Type of situation. The Jets did go for it on 4th and 1, which I was highly against. The fact that Zach Wilson is like little, under type of situation of how he should be playing because he wasn't really, prepared. And then all of a sudden they go for 4th and 1. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so bad. This is going to be horrible. And then they get it. It's under 3 minutes remaining. I mean, that was huge because you clearly need to obviously kill the time because you do not want to get the ball back to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills with so much time left on the clock because obviously they could get the touchdown for sure. And then for the Bills, you had Gabe Davis. He had a great 18-yard play. So I did talk about him in my previous video about the other things. Then you had Stefon Diggs. They get the first touchdown of the game for both of the teams. So he was the first touchdown of the night for the Buffalo Bills. Everyone else at the point was just getting field goals. Nobody was getting touchdowns this whole week one. I feel like with so many field goals, so many low-scoring games, I bet you this game probably came under the money line. Then you had Milano had the interception against Wilson. So, I mean, obviously there were some pick sixes, there were some interceptions for sure in this game. Dawson Knox did make a great catch on the ground for the Buffalo Bills. He was able to catch it on the ground. You didn't think it was going to count, and that was a really good catch. You did have Diggs had some, I think, like 3 catches in the last minute of the game for the Bills when they were doing that. And he is one of the best route runners in all of football. Like, Diggs is a beast. I really gave him more respect I was laughing because I was watching the Pat McAfee show. I mean, truly, I think Pat McAfee does really great. Whether people have anything negative or whatever to say about him, he had Stefon Diggs come on for one of his recent episodes, and I was laughing because Stefon said something about when he first joined the team, Josh Allen. He was like, Josh Allen doesn't know how hard he throws the balls. He's like, he kept throwing the ball. I mean, he was like, dude, you need to take it a little lighter here. Like, you are like, I feel like pegging me here with the ball. Like, something in those type of words. But apparently he was just like, oh, like he kept getting the ball smacked to him. And he was like, you really don't need to throw the ball so hard. You can really relax when it comes to throwing the ball at me. So I thought it was kind of funny. But Allen did have 4 turnovers for the game. 4. I think that said it was tied for second for his career with 4 turnovers. Like, that's crazy. That sucks. I think the one he did on purpose in the beginning, the first interception, he just threw it all the way downfield. It was either that or they punt the ball and he ended up throwing it down to the guy, I think it was in the 4-yard line. So, I mean, that was in a sense kind of a smart interception, but the other 3 were totally not planned. I mean, maybe you shouldn't have thrown that first one because maybe it set you up for failure for the rest. I don't know. Then the Buffalo Bills made the field goal to tie the game with 2 seconds remaining on the clock. So now you're like, oh, well, we already know that this game's now going to overtime. So the Buffalo Bills get the ball first to start the game in overtime. They get the first play, false start. Like, that's not good. You're starting a game with a false start play. That's super crazy. And then you had the most craziest thing. They try to go for 3rd and 12, didn't get it. Goes for the punt return, and it was Gibson had the punt return and ran it all the way down the field for a touchdown to win in overtime. So Jets won. What was the score? I think 22-16 was the score for the Jets to beat the Bills. And my mother had apparently put it for her work. We do like a little football pool, and the Jets, she needed 38 and the Jets to win. And I think she just got it on the money. I'm like, I need to be like, Mom, you need to bet this stuff more often, apparently. I don't know how you managed to pick those, but hey, you might as well bet this stuff more often. So what a game. Week 1, all done. Monday night was great. At first, you're like, oh, wow, this game is just starting extremely slow. Just field goals. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt in the very first quarter of the game, maybe like less than 10 minutes or less than 5 minutes into the first quarter. Rodgers is out, and you're like, shut the fuck up. Like, no, he's not. Like, he's coming back, right? Like, I want to see him come back. Like, Lazard did well, Cook did well. Like, you want the Jets to have hope. Like, if Rodgers isn't playing, is Zach Wilson going to remain the quarterback, or who are they finding? I think like Carson Wentz is still available. Colt McCoy is still available. The Jets have this dominant team. They pay Rodgers all this money for his guaranteed. They won here. What now? I'm super shocked over this entire situation. I really do want to go see, which I'll be really sad because I've never seen Aaron Rodgers play live, and I really want to go to the Jets-Giants game on October 29th at the Giants Stadium, Jets Stadium too, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers might not be there. I'm not really sure. We'll find out soon about news. But let me know what you thought of the game. Did you think that the Jets were winning? Jets fans, did you think you were winning? Crazy, 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 crazy game against that. I picked the Bills. I can't believe that the Bills did lose. Apparently also Josh Allen is 0-4 in overtime, and now he's going to be 0-5 in overtime. So yeah, I mean, I think the Bills need to kind of have an idea going forward that they're just not for some reason really good in overtime. And I don't know if it's whether Josh Allen. I mean, at the end of the day, I would want Josh Allen to march down that field. I just don't know what was going on with the two of them. So thank you so much, guys. Please, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Go for Jets. Happy for all y'all. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan. We barely pulled off a win. That was one of the most stressful games to watch. I will be at the next 2 Eagles games, so you can catch me there. I will be. If you do not follow my Instagram, it is the Gemini Barbie _ or Football Barbie. I will put it on the screen, so feel free to watch me. I will be at the Eagles-Vikings game on September 14th. So love you all, guys. Thank you so much. Ta-ta for now.